In today's video, I'm going to show you how to deal with a spreadsheet that has many sheets. I'm going to show you three methods. The first one is using Excel only. The second one is going to use a macro and a shortcut key. And I'm going to show you how to use Google to figure out things. Google is very useful for that, or your favorite search engine if you don't like Google. And then I'm going to write some VBA macro code to go directly to a sheet by pressing some sort of function key. So let's get started. So what I have is I have a spreadsheet. You see there's a lot of sheets here, and the two things you can do is you can click here, this little arrow to go to the right. You can click this one to go to the left, and you can also use the control page down key to go to the right. You see I'm pressing it over and over again. And control page up. You have to hold the control key down like a shift key and then press page up, and so that's going to take us back. Now I have so many sheets here, how do I find it? And this is a special sheet which I'm going to do another video, but before we get to that, so if you wanted to get to the first sheet, you can do control, click that, and then it'll get you here. So plan is my first sheet. So now to do this with Excel, and you want to go to a sheet, you can right click down here, and right click, and up comes this dialog, and then you could just try and find the sheet you were looking for. Say it was marketing, and it'll take me to marketing. And I have a shortcut key. I'm going to press Control P. Usually does print, but I have my macro set up, so I can always come back to this main sheet, which I like to do a lot. So now the problem is that if I want to go find a sheet here, I have to right click here, and then I got to find it here. So I don't like using the mouse too much. So if I could do this with the keyboard, that would be great. So I did look around. I looked in the commands here, all commands, and I looked around. I could not find it, and then I decided to search Google. So I went to Google, and I typed in Excel shortcut to all sheets dialog, because that's what I thought it was. And the first thing that came up, which Google's great, is there a see all sheets keyboard. So I clicked that, and the first thing that came up was this code, and somebody gave an answer. So whenever you have code, you can copy it. I'm just selecting it, Control C to copy it. And then to get to my macros, my Visual Basic, I can come here, and I just pasted it in here. And just to show you, you do need modules to get this to run. So and you also need to be in an Excel SM. You can also be in an Excel SB. I have other videos that show you how to do that. Not yet, but look for it on expert@excel.com. And let's run this. So I'm going to press F8 here, and we get this. So that's not really what I want, because I can't easily, I wanted that dialogue, and here it is. So that was a two-step process. I was like, that's not really what I wanted. So I went back to Google, and I scrolled down a little bit, and sure enough, the next answer, similar to the correct, works if you have more than 15 sheets. And so it looks like that's what the problem was. So I copied this, Control C, I pasted it in here. I aligned it a little bit, and then try to run it. So we go. I didn't test this, so this is the statement. Now I don't even know what it does. I kind of know what it does, but it helps to know, because in some ways somebody could give you bad code, but if you follow my website, it'll be good, I promise you. And it came right up, so that's great. And then one of the things you can do, I didn't show you, is that if you type in the first character, it shows you all the W's. But what if I wanted to go to the worksheet? I could type in WO, WO, WO. So you could type multiple characters to bring up the sheet. Escape closes that. So now all we have to do is assign this, select sheet, to a macro. So to do that, we can go to the Developer tab. You can see my video on Developer tabs on how to set that up. We go to Macros. We're going to select this workbook, and it was called Select Sheet. So I'm going to select that. We're going to press the Option key, and then here, get rid of it. This is what comes up. I pressed M, pressed OK. And now, whenever I press Control M, which I'm pressing right, holding down the Control key, pressing M, we get the dialog. So no matter where you are, you can quickly bring up this dialog and go to where you want to go. Now, I like to go to this sheet a lot, this Plan 3. So I set up a shortcut key to go directly to it. So let's see how we do that. So the way to do that, I'm going to go back to Visual Basic, and I'm going to say look for go to plan. It says Control Shift. So basically you need a sub, you need something with a name here, parenthesis, and then you're going to use the sheets, and then the same format, you're going to put your sheet name here where it says Plan 3 and select. And so all that does is I'm going to press F8, and it takes you right there. So now all we need to do is assign this to a shortcut key. It says Control Shift P, but I wound up using Control P. So the way to do that is, again, we did that before. Let's do it again. We go to Macros. We go to Plan, which is right here. Press Options, and then you enter in the shortcut. You see I already have P in there. And just some other ones I have. Go to Help. So I have a Help dialog, which is not. And I'm going to give you one bonus on one other way you can go to a sheet. So I also have, besides doing it that way, I also have a key Control Shift H, which brings me to my Help tab, and it shows me all the various shortcuts I have. And the way I have this set up, I have in this workbook object, I have code in the workbook open. You could also use auto open in a module, auto_open. And what I do is I'm using the application on key. And this is kind of a little cryptic, but this character here, the hat, means a control key. This means the shift key, and this is H. So when I press Control Shift H, it's going to execute the procedure go to help. So let's find that. I pressed Control F to bring this dialog up, and here it is. And all it's doing I'll press F8, Sheets, the sheet name Help, and Select. And we were already there. Let's do it again. I just press Alt-Tab to come here, and there you go. So that is another way, bonus way, to also go to a specific sheet. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. Please like the video and subscribe if you liked it. And anyway, we'll see you on the next training video.